This segment of racing is brought to you by RMGshop.com. For DVDs of this race, GoPro cameras, and so much more, visit RMGshop.com.
Welcome back to Motordrome Speedway here in Smithton, Pennsylvania, as we're getting ready to start the last race of the 2009 season with the Subway Super Late models. And there you ride along with the soon-to-be crowned champion, Mark Catone. Mathematically, he's well ahead of everyone else. Tonight's race merely a formality for the 31. We see our starting lineup with John Komarinsky from Greensburg starting on the pole. Next to him, Sean Pilla. 16 drivers in total looking to get that last win of the season here as we close the books on the 2009 season for the Subway Super Late models. We're not screwing around, race fans. The pace truck's dropped into the pits and a green flag is flying. We are racing at Motordrome. And our pole sitter, John Komarinsky from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, leads the field through the first lap of this 50-lap feature race. But behind him, we see the 75 car of Barry Audi working on 21, Rick Miller. Audi started in the 6th place slot. He's already working Miller for the 3rd place slot. Audi secures a position down the front stretch and lines up behind Sean Pilla with his crosshairs firmly set on that 5 car, trying to get second in as many laps. But Pilla isn't going to give up the fight that easily. He's already got 1 win this year here at Motordrome, and he'd like to make it 2 before the season ends. Audi moves to the inside, trying to get a fender underneath the 5 car, as they now go out of 2 and down the backstretch. Only a few feet apart, approaching speeds at well over 100 miles an hour and into turn 3. Audi trying hard to get that inside line, waiting for the 5 to open up just a little bit, and he does, and Audi moves to the inside. Pilla holds a position for this lap, but we'll have to see what happens here on the backstretch. Side by side they go out of turn 2, and now side by side down the backstretch. And it's Barry Audi moving to the 2nd place spot, moving Sean Pilla to 3rd. Now Pilla has to worry about that 21 car of Rick Miller behind him because he's looking to do the same thing. Miller taking a look at the inside, but Pilla quickly slams the door, only a few feet apart there. And now down the backstretch they go. Riding on board with Rick Miller now into turn 3. Pilla better do something because he not only has Rick Miller behind him, but he has our points leader and our second in points with Mark Catone and Mark Poole right behind him. Down the front stretch they come and into turn 2. We ride along with our points leader, Mark Catone. He's right next to our number 2 in points, the 96 car of Mark Poole. All bunching up behind that 5 car, but here goes Rick Miller on the outside. He's going to try the outside this time as they come out of 4 and down the front stretch. Pilla still has a little bit of horsepower left in him, but here comes Miller on the outside again into turn 1. Right on board with Mark Catone as you get a front row seat for this battle for 3rd here in the early laps of the race here at Motordrome. There we see the battle for 3rd and the battle for 5th coming out of 4 and now down the front stretch. Rick Miller to the outside of Pilla again. Miller looks to have the advantage heading into turn 2 now as you could throw the proverbial blanket over 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Pilla moves to the inside and lets Miller go by, and here comes Mark Poole on the outside. Mark Poole looking to take that 4th place spot, and he does. Mark Catone says, hey, that looks like a pretty good idea. I think I'll slip by on the outside as well. Sean Pilla thought it would be a good strategy to protect the inside line. These guys are passing him on the outside as we head down the backstretch now. Rick Miller starting to feel the heat from the 96 car of Mark Poole. Heading down the front stretch now out of turn 4, and you can see Poole has made some ground up on the 21 as they head into turn 1. Back to the lead now, Barry Audi, speaking of making up some time, he's pulled up behind the leader, Komarinsky. Barry Audi, John Komarinsky now out of 3 and into 4, and now down the front stretch as the battle for the lead starts here at Motordrome. Komarinsky's trying desperately to hold on to that inside line, but it seems like his car keeps sliding up as Barry Audi has cut into our leader's lead significantly here in the early laps. Right on board with our last place car, Joe Moose. He's going down a lap early. He's providing you with a fantastic view of our leaders as they go through turns 1 and 2 now. Barry Audi trying again to get that inside line. Heading down the backstretch, Komarinsky in the 33, Barry Audi in the 75. Komarinsky again rides just a little high coming out of turn 4, and Audi moves to the inside. Audi might have the run this time that he's been looking for so far. Komarinsky again a little high. Audi runs next to him as they come down the backstretch. turn 3 and now 4. They're side by side coming down the front stretch. Who's it going to be at the line? Bariotti has the lead. Bariotti's taken over, but I tell you what, gang, he must have had an extra piece of tape on the front end of his car because they were dead even coming through there. Now down the backstretch again, door to door. Bariotti in the 75, John Komarinsky in the 33, side by side out of 3 and into 4, and now down the front stretch, right down to the line. Again, Audi holds the lead. Audi maintains the lead. Side by side they go. Early race excitement here for the fans at Motordrome. John Komarinsky looks like he might have a little bit of a run, and he might take the lead this time around. He has the advantage coming out of turn 4 as they come down the front stretch. And he does, and John Komarinsky retakes the lead from the 75. But they're still door to door. Whoa, look out! We've got a spin in turn 2. Spin in turn 2. Oh, he almost collects the leader, heading up into the wall. Rami Morhefka got sideways out of turn 2 and almost collected our leader. Early race excitement here at Motordrome as we see our first caution of the race. This gives us some time to step away and pay some bills as we ride out to the break with Joe Moose. With 16 in the books, it's Komarinsky, Audi, Miller, Poole, and Neil Brown in the top 5. More from Motordrome after this.